Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is definitely a really hard time for me. I'm gonna try to get through this video without crying because on last Saturday, my fiance, he came home from work, and when he came home, he was telling me that he was really exhausted and drained. Now, I didn't really think, it was something serious, so I was just like, drink some water, maybe that'll help you feel better. No matter how much water he was drinking, it still didn't make him feel better. He still felt very dehydrated and exhausted. He had muscle pains, and he was explaining to me that this was the worst that he has ever felt in years. So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe we can sit down and watch TV. It was still early when he came home from work, so we ended up watching a few shows on Netflix. Throughout the show, he was still not feeling well. He was feeding the baby, and it was at that moment when a part of me as a mother told myself to take my son from my fiance. Now, this was a hard decision for me to do because my fiance has been in his life, his son's life, since he was born. Okay, there has not been a day that these two have been without each other. My fiance is the best father ever. He really is. And at that moment, a part of me as a mother said to take my son from him. I'm sorry. But a part of me said to take my son. And so I took my son. And I cared for him. And it broke my heart to do that. But I knew something wasn't right. I never knew it was COVID. I didn't know what he was experiencing was like a real sickness. I just thought he was tired. But just being a mother, something told me that something wasn't right, and I needed to protect my son. So I took the baby from him, and I just told him, okay, you can go to sleep. Go to sleep for tonight. It was still really early. It was maybe like 8 or 9 o'clock. And I just said, you just need sleep. So he ended up going to sleep for the night, and me and the baby, we stood up. Now, y'all, this was the hardest night with the baby. He didn't want to sleep, and for some reason, like, I just did it by myself. I didn't wake my fiance up. Usually I do. I just let him sleep. Y'all, I'm sorry. It's just so hard for me. I'm literally getting chills just thinking about this. In the morning time, he wanted to go to Virginia because he had to pick up his grandma's car from Virginia. So he drives to Virginia with his best friend, and this was 6 o'clock in the morning, and 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So he ended up getting ready, and I remember he was on the floor playing with Bella, our dog, and Bella was going in and out of his arms and licking him on his face, and it was, I don't know, it was like at this moment it was so surreal because they don't really do that. Like, that's something that she used to do when she was really young, and they were just on the floor playing around before he left. It was just like a moment of time just stood still, and life was just amazing. The baby was still asleep at this time, so my fiance ended up leaving, and on his way back from Virginia, I get a phone call from him telling me that, babe, I'm experiencing more symptoms. There's more stuff that's happening to me, and I'm not coming back home. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, okay, the symptoms that he's experiencing sounds like a lot of the symptoms for COVID-19. So what I told him was, just to be on the safe side, maybe you need to go get tested today, because you don't want to give it to anyone else, all the people that he may have been in contact with. So he ended up going to sleep, and while he was sleeping, I was literally calling around to all of these doctor places, urgent care, hospitals, everywhere, trying to get him a COVID test. But the big challenge was a lot of them were already booked up for today, for that day, because it was later on in the afternoon. So after calling so many places, I found him an urgent care place to go to where they had an appointment really late. His appointment was at 7 p.m. So my fiance got up from his nap, and he still felt horrible. He went down to get the COVID test, and they said that he would get the results within 4 to 5 days. So to make a really long story short, in the middle of the week, my fiance ended up getting his test results.
And when I say this was the worst phone call that I've ever received in my life, he ended up telling me that the doctor called and he does have COVID-19. He tested positive for COVID-19. Still to this day, we don't know if me and the baby have COVID. We don't. We wanted to get tested, but honestly, I don't want to put anyone's life in risk by leaving this house. So we're just going to wait it out 14 days to see if we do have COVID. So far, we have not experienced any symptoms. Just every single day is just really nerve-wracking because I have to deal with my fiance experiencing all of these symptoms and being away from us. And then I have to also monitor my son and make sure he's okay. The health department called us, which I was not prepared for this phone call, you guys. The health department calls me and basically tells me, you have been in contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19. And even though I knew it was my fiance, my entire heart just started pounding, because you hear in the news that people die from this. You hear how sick people can become with this. One of my family members literally just passed away a few weeks ago from COVID-19. So I know what it can do to people. So I was scared, y'all. I was very nervous when I got that phone call. And the health department was basically just, oh, it's okay, baby. You're okay. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it's okay. Mommy's happy, see? A few days ago, my dog actually scared the crap out of me. It was a... What's wrong, baby? It was a whole day where my dog was literally laying around the house, seeming like she wasn't feeling well. She vomited, she was drained, she wouldn't come around me. She just wanted to lay around all day. And I was scared, y'all. I thought something serious was going to happen to her. But she ended up, you know, the next day waking up and feeling better. So I know they say that dogs can get COVID, and I hope that she doesn't have it. But y'all, just please keep my family in prayer. Pray for us. It's just been an adjustment trying to be a mom and figure out how to take care of my son and not lose my mind. I just been going through a lot, y'all. So tomorrow's video, I'm going to show y'all what I actually go through with my son. So make sure you tune in for tomorrow's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I love y'all so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.